What's up, y'all? It is time for Jupiter to finally move into Cancer. All right. No shade to Jupiter and Gemini or nothing like that. It's been real. You feel me? But I think it's time for Jupiter to finally move into the exalted energy, which meaning this energy is juicy energy that Cancer loves. Okay. When it moves into Jupiter moves into Cancer. So this is a time for ancestral wisdom, ancestral knowing, ancestral knowledge, maternal energy coming back to the forefront, the bloodlines. This also has to do with key signatures having to do with energetic memory. Okay. Cancer rules the memory, right? Like the time and space of memory, nostalgia, things like that. So we're moving into this energy as well. We're also going to be seeing a lot of inner child healing. So people coming back to themselves, their inner child's coming out to play at this time. And then also discussing like the matriarchal lines versus patriarchy, right? So this is where we talk about the womb. This is where we talk about wisdom and remembrance at this time. So I'm really excited to finally, be able to transit into this energy. We're going to be experiencing this from 2025 through 2026, summer of 2026. The last transit we had was from 2023 to 2024, around the same months and times. So you want to go back to say, what was happening in my life around 2023 or 2013 to 2014 during this time? And it'll give you a little idea, not exactly the same, but it'll give you a bit of an idea exactly what was happening for you during this time, okay? So some of the things that we can see with this Jupiter Cancer transit before we get into the rising signs is ancestral remembrance through emotion, intuition, and feeling. We can also see karmic healing again through inner child, especially where emotional safety was denied. So we're going to be seeing a lot of people not only coming to embrace their inner child, but you might find yourself being a little bit nostalgic. I've already been feeling this energy heavy personally for me, but you might find yourself being a little bit like, oh my God, I remember when I used to da 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 da, and I used to da 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 da, and then you find yourself doing it again under this transit. Also, too, Cancer has to do not only with the matriarchal line, but it has to do with children as well. So I know we're talking about like our physical or inner child, but this could be with children too. So this could be pregnancies, whether it's a physical pregnancy or whether it's like through some type of project or creativity, because we're birthing something new. Something is being birthed in this time. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever the case may be. Then we have spiritual nourishment, okay? So coming from belonging, this has to do with the land, lineage, or chosen kin. So a lot of people are going to be coming into their soul tribes. They're going to be coming into people that make them feel like, people that make you feel like home. Now, you want to check into your chart to see exactly where this is going to be happening for you. If you would like a personal reading, you can definitely hit me up. That link is down below, my one-on-ones. I'm also going to be having a Jupiter in Cancer live series, a Jupiter in Cancer live webinar. If you're interested, we're going to be talking a little bit more deeply about the spirit essence of Jupiter in Cancer, the ancestral energy of Jupiter in Cancer, how it's going to be what aspects that we're going to be coming up to, and how it will affect you in your own personal chart as well. In the past transit of Jupiter in Cancer here as well. And then also if you're just interested in learning, just if you have like your own questions, Q&A at the end of the presentation or webinar, you could come to this class and ask whatever questions that you want in particular to your own personal chart. So if you're interested, and also too, I will have a couple of slots available for those of y'all like pay what you want. So if you're interested in coming to the course and learning a little bit more about Jupiter and Cancer, you can definitely check that out with the link down below, okay? So then we also have feminine coded purpose paths, okay? And also like nurturing, storytelling, mothering, caregiving, food, water, and art. Because Cancer has to do with the ocean, this is the energy or the archetype of the crab, and this has to do with the water. This has to do with the ocean. I do believe if I say so myself, that there are going to be a lot of people, especially the divine feminine, that will be returning back to the water. Or there will be a lot of healing that goes back into the water, because as y'all know, or for some of y'all that might not know, the water has been going through it. There's been a lot of chemicals and plastic waste, and there's all types of stuff that have been killing the sea, the animals, the reefs, you know what I mean? So there's going to be a lot of initiatives that actually are to help and heal the things that are going on in the water. Even just talking about like water spirits, you know, water entities and things like that will be happening around this Jupiter and Cancer transit as well. Water spirits that might be returning as well at this time. Not that they ever left, but just some water spirits that might make themselves a little bit more known than usual as well, coming back to the surface as well at this time. And then just, you might be feeling very artistic. You might be feeling very creative. You might be even feeling really raw at this time. Okay, when I mean raw, like expressions, you know. And also too, I just want to say we do have Neptune and Saturn and Aries at this time. It will be forming a square, which is like tension to the Jupiter and Cancer, because we have cardinal fire and cardinal water. So there might be like this tension and this square forming at this time. So I'm gonna just say this, you know I talked about Jupiter and Cancer being a little, you know, being exalted. But you might find at this time that emotions are running very, very high. Okay. You know, Cancer is very sensitive. I'm not just talking about like boohoo crying sensitive, but just very sensitive to energetic energies and just spiritually. So there just could be a lot of people feeling deeper into things. You know, there's going to be a lot of things coming up out of the body and up out of the heart that people are going to be experiencing and feeling this time. So that's why I said it might be feeling a little tender and it might be feeling a little raw. Okay. So this transit is going to be undoing or unveiling this myth that you have to be doing more to be worthy. You know, Cancer is about receptivity. The Chariot, also too, a tarot is the Cancerian card, and it's about, you know, the divine feminine sitting on her throne. All right. And you don't need to be doing, I know this world teaches us that we have to be doing this and that in order for us to be deemed as worthy. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps kind of energy. But this time around, y'all, with Jupiter and Cancer, it's about being in a place of receiving, being in a place of sitting on your throne and to receive at this time. All right. So feeling, being, remembering, receiving. Cancer says what your ancestors have wept for, you have the chance to now reclaim at this time. Okay. This is not a distraction. Being joyful, being receptive is not a distraction, nor is it something that you should feel shameful of in order to receive, because your receptive energy is your birthright, your ability also too, especially Cancer talking about home, root, family, and things like that. Your ability, and not even just ability, but your ableness to have a home, whether that's in the physical home and taking care of your physical home, your body home, or just the physical place that you live, is your birthright. So there could be a lot of reclaiming of those spaces as well too, as we are moving through this Jupiter and Cancer energy. Okay, so this is the time, y'all. This is the time where we are coming back home. I mean, we have Jupiter and Neptune, Neptune and Saturn and Aries, which is about the body, which is about the identity. It's about who we are, who we truly are at our core, right? It's about peeling back the layers. And Cancer, Leo is about the heart, but Cancer is also about the nurturing of the soul, the nurturing of the spirit, the nurturing of the heart. Okay, so at this time, this is all unraveling. So allow yourself to unravel. Allow your body, allow your spirit to break down. No Mariah Carey, okay? And come back home to yourself. Come back home to your true essence. Come back home to your true nature at this time, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to get into it. Aries Rising, going to go through the rising signs. Aries Rising, this transit will be happening in your 4th house. So this is about definitely your roots, home, family, the physical space that you live in, and just also like your bloodline. So this could be a lot of like mothership healing at this time for the Aries risings, healing the motherline, or healing the matriarchal bloodline as well during this time, you know. So coming home to the self and to your roots, or to your soul at this time, or soil at this time. Okay, so your root system begins to expand at this time. You might even be bringing in new people that feel like family at this time, soul tribe family members that feel like family. This is also womb work that you're doing as well. The womb can be in many phases, many spaces, I should say. The womb being you and the divine of your womb work that you're doing for yourself. This can also be the womb that you also come from as well during this time. Emotional reparenting is another thing that's coming up at this time. So if you feel like you're kind of off or been off the rocker, and you maybe have experienced, for example, emotional neglect coming up, this could be a great time to really take the time to reparent yourself, a great time to relearn what you need, your physical desires and your physical needs, really your heart needs, your soul needs at this time with Jupiter in Cancer. You may connect deeply with a mother figure, a divine feminine in your life as well at this time, deeper, wanting to connect deeper to your matriarchal line at this time. You could, or land as well. Home also becomes very sacred. Home also too, you could be moving homes as well at this time, or finding a new home, especially something that's maybe closer to water of some type of form at this time. And also you could either build a new space, build a sanctuary, or maybe in your home space building some type of sanctuary that feels safe during this time. So a mantra that you can use for this time, at this time while Jupiter is in Cancer, is I am safe to belong. Wherever it is, not just the physical home that you live in, but within your spirit and within your soul, within your body. Okay, Aries Rising, let me know in the comments what you feel down below. Also too, be sure to check out, if you're interested in being a part of the live webinar Jupiter in Cancer, you can definitely check out that information below. We'll be talking about the transit of Jupiter in Cancer, aspects. We'll be talking about, also do a live Q&A if you're wanting to come in and answer questions or ask questions. And I also do have 3 spots available for if you want to pay as you go, pay as you wish. I just got distracted. I'm like, what is it on my feet? Pay as you wish. So donation-based seats are available as well at this time. Also too, next, I should say, Taurus Rising. This is going to be happening in your 3rd house. All right. So this is about ancestral language. 3rd house is the Gemini house of communication. Okay. All forms of communication, writing, speaking, traveling, short distance travel, neighborhoods that you are, your environment, your immediate environment, cousins, uncles, brothers, sisters, things like that you'll see. So this is about story and voice, you know, tapping back into your truest voice. You know, you might find yourself being a little bit softer at this time, wanting to nurture your voice, and yeah, it can feel a little bit more softer, more nurturing, more caring, more tending to the ways in which you express yourself emotionally. You know, so speaking your truth in healing ways, writing, film, journaling, teaching, what you've inherited. I always get this word all mixed up. Childhood stories also might resurface at this time. You might find maybe even at this time some childhood secrets bubbling up to the surface at this time. So definitely want to kind of keep your eye open for that. And this might not even keep your eye open for it. It might just be people telling you about some like childhood secrets and stories and things like that that maybe you didn't receive or catch, you know, previously at the time happening here. Siblings or cousins also becoming a part of your purpose or path. And then water, definitely taking more time to be by water, traveling by water, doing water clearings, especially during this time. You could just be finding yourself more drawn to water specifically at this time. So if you feel called to do so, I would definitely say make the moves, if you will. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about this transit, I am going to be hosting a webinar, a live Jupiter and Cancer webinar. You can come and ask questions here. You can learn a little bit more deeper about Jupiter and Cancer and this energy, the last time we had this transit, what that looks like, and then also aspects and how it interacts with your own personal chart at this time. And also, if you just want a personal one-on-one reading, you can also hit me up down below to schedule, just to see how it will help and affect you personally in your own chart, okay? And the mantra that you have here is, my voice is the altar, okay? So now Gemini Rising. Gemini Rising, this is going to be happening in your second house, okay? So in the second house, this is the Taurus house of your self-value, okay? Your personal value goals, resources, and finances is also housed in this place. So this has to do with ancestral wealth, okay? And reclaiming your own personal value at this time, Gemini Rising, all right? So there could be money, land, and worth issues that are coming up at this time to be cleared with this Jupiter and Cancer transit. You may inherit something physical, energetically, or spiritually from your lineage, or something physical from your lineage at this time with Jupiter here, because anytime Jupiter, wherever Jupiter is, it brings blessings in at this time. You could find also too, your body is the home, your body is the temple. You could feel like you could really be going deeper into your self-worth. Like I said, your self-worth, your self-value, and honoring, like, I am the worth, I am the vision, I am the value at this time. Like, nothing outside of me is that. Like, I am providing that value for myself. And in turn, the things around me, the people around me as well here too. You have to learn how to receive, you know, Gemini. If you find it hard, Gemini Rising, to be able to ask for things and also receive things, Jupiter and Cancer is going to really be laying it home for you in order for you to bring in things and to receive, okay? You can also be picking up some ancestral skills, learning how to grow food, healing, crafting at this time. It may also become a way or a new source of the ways in which you're bringing in a source of income to support your projects, your income to support your needs at this time. Like I said, I know we're living under the guise of capitalism at this time, but at this time, this could be a way, one of the things that you end up doing, something that maybe you're learning or a skill set they're learning, could be another way to help support yourself in at least a material way or material sense. So the mantra that you have for you is, I am living in the abundance of my bloodline. If you are interested in learning more about this Jupiter and Cancer transit, I do have a live webinar that I'm hosting on June 8th. You can definitely check out that information below. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about Jupiter and Cancer aspects and how the aspects are having these different conversations within your chart. And also, like, talking about the past Jupiter and Cancer transit, as well as like a live Q&A. So if you have questions, things that you want to answer, or things that you want to learn specifically when it comes to your chart, you can. I also do have a couple of seats available if you're interested in pay as you wish as well too, if you're not able to pay in full on the class itself. So, and then also do one-on-one readings if you want to know like exactly how this transit is going to be affecting you directly. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think down below, and how you wish that this Jupiter and Cancer transit will be for you, or what you would like to experience during this Jupiter and Cancer transit. Okay, now for Cancer Rising, for you, this is happening directly for you. All right, this is the first house. It is your physical body, right? So you're going to be going through a soul rebirth at this time, in remembrance of exactly who you are, okay? This is going to be a full body, physical body, and also identity reset at this time. Jupiter blesses, and Jupiter blessings that come down with Jupiter and Cancer is like body, self-image, direction, like where you want to go. You're going to be changing a lot during this time. You might find that during this Jupiter and Cancer transit, the person that you were before will not be the same person that you are after this transit is over. Let me be the first to tell you. This is going to be the closest probably that you will feel to your truest essence of like exactly who you are, right? So this is like the sacred emergence or merging of the truest nature of yourself. You know, this is going to be you being called to be that spiritual leader, to be that artist, to be this storyteller, and to be seen. People are going to be looking for you to speak, to talk, to share, to especially creatively is at this time too. So the mantra that I have for you is my presence is my purpose. You just being the embodiment, you just being the healing energy that you carry in any room, in any space you go is the medicine. Okay, Jupiter and Cancer. Okay, Cancer Rising. So if you're interested in learning more about this Jupiter and Cancer transit, I do have a live session that I'm going to be hosting on June 8th. It's a live webinar about Jupiter and Cancer, the past transits of Jupiter and Cancer, the aspects and how these aspects are having conversations with your own personal chart, and also a live Q&A if you're interested. I also have one-on-ones available if you want to know exactly how it's going to be affecting you personally for the Jupiter and Cancer transit. Those links all down below. But just let me know, what do you feel? What do you think? What are you hoping, wishing, praying for this Jupiter blessings bestows upon to you during this time with Jupiter and Cancer? Please let me know in the comments down below. Okay, Jupiter, or okay, Cancer, okay? Jupiter or Leo Rising. Leo Rising, this transit is going to be happening in your 12th house. This is the Pisces house, okay? Dreams, hopes, not dreams, hopes, and wishes, but dreams, past lives, things like that are going to be coming up for you at this time. This is going to be feeling like a soul pool, karmic, energetic release for you, Leo Rising, okay? Dreaming with the ancestors or dancing with the ancestors, especially in the dream realm, or just things coming up from your past. This is definitely somebody that you can see, or energy that you can see of like receiving spiritual gifts, especially from the matriarchal line at this time with Jupiter and Cancer transiting that 12th house. You are entering the dream temple within the 12th house, temple being the 12th, right? So old lifetimes, griefs, spiritual contracts start to bubble up to the surface during this time so they can be released and they can be cleared, right? So Jupiter is going to be blessing your private rituals, sleep, connection to the unseen. This is going to be a really great time for like mediumship. Like I said, Jupiter could be bestowing like maybe gifts that you left in a previous lifetime and restoring those gifts back in this lifetime as well. Healing trauma or tending to ancestral altars. It's going to be a very good time, especially for meditation, psychic abilities coming to pass, are coming back, bubbling up back to the surface as well here. And also too, there could be some clearing, especially when it has to do with the mother or like the matriarchal line as well here too, with Jupiter going in through your 12th house at this time. So the mantra that I have for you is I rest in the arms of my ancestors. Let the ancestors carry you, okay, during this time. Let them nurture you, let them guide you, and follow your intuitive hits at this time. Just because you don't have all the answers, Sway, don't mean you need them, Sway. Okay? So follow that. If you want to learn a little bit more about Jupiter and Cancer, I'm going to be having a live class on June the 8th. All the information is down below in the description box. We're going to be talking about Jupiter and Cancer, past transit of Jupiter and Cancer, the aspects and how that interacts, and having the conversation, greater conversation with your chart. And we'll also have a live Q&A. So if you want to answer or ask questions personally about this transit or how it might affect your chart, you can definitely come in for that. I also do have some pay as you wish or donation based seats available as well during this course. So definitely come through, you know what I'm saying? And also let me know in the comments down below how you wish Jupiter will bestow the blessings upon you during this transit, or what you're wishing and hoping for this particular transit. Okay, Leo Rising? All right. Now, for Virgo Rising, we have this transit transiting through your 11th house. This is the Aquarius house. Okay, this has to do with the highest form of your purpose, why you were sent here, your divine goals, dreams, hopes, wishes, overall life path at this time. You know, this has to do with humanitarian pursuits. This has to do with friendship groups, soul tribes, energies that you're connected to as well. So this is going to be healing with the collective, and also community as soul family during this time, you know. So you're going to be attracting kindred spirits at this time, Virgo Rising. People that feel like home, people that you feel like get you, that understand you, that see you for real, you know. And it might be, I'm not gonna lie, Virgo Rising, this might be a little, you might be feeling a little sensitive at this time. You might feel even a little bit overwhelmed at this time with Jupiter transiting this particular house, with the abundance of love and energy that comes through this particular house at this time. It can feel like a lot, you know. And this is just generally just the energy that you be feeling at this time. You could be calling to do a lot of collective work, wanting to work with collectives, groups, organizations, whatever the case may be. Anything that's tied to like land, food, performances, intergenerational things as well here too. You can do community. Maybe you have some like community offerings that you want to give to the community as well here. Creating like sacred spaces or sacred circles as well at this time here. And then your dreams could be being literally divinely guided by the ancestors themselves, especially when it comes to like the divine feminine parts of it, and healing in those spaces as well too. So the mantra that I have for you is, my people are my medicine. Okay, now if you want to look, you know, dive in deeper, you could definitely book a one-on-one chart, how to see how this Jupiter in Cancer is going to be affecting you directly. I also do have a Jupiter in Cancer live webinar that I'll be hosting on June 8th. If you're interested, we'll be talking about the energy of Jupiter in Cancer live, and what it means deeply, ancestrally, and then also the past previous transit that we had in Jupiter Cancer, along with aspects, so how this is having conversations with your own personal chart. And then also we'll be having like a live Q&A. So towards the end of the webinar, if you have any questions, you know, we can do like question and answers and just discussion about like what this energy will look like personally for you in your chart. And just in general, collectively, and things like that. So if you're interested, that's also down below as well. I look forward to seeing you there. And we're going to move on to Libra Rising, okay? Libra Rising, this Jupiter in Cancer transit is going to be happening in your 10th house. It is the Capricorn house, okay? It's your public image, all right? Your legacy work, your life's work, all right? And you are your life's work at the end of the day, but what you have come to embody in your life's work, all right? So your public face, your public mission will be on blast at this time, Libra Rising, okay? So you stepping into visibility at this time with style and grace, all right, Libra Rising. So your public path expands at this time, especially when it comes to maternal wisdom. It has to do with emotional labor. And also, I want to say more than this than labor, just like your emotional work and things like that that you put out into the universe. And then also we have to do with like spiritual leadership. You could be seen as a spiritual leader during this time as Jupiter is going through Cancer. You could feel just more called to put yourself out and be visible into talking and speaking about these particular topics. You may be pressured, maybe have a little bit of pressure to be seen at this time, but it's because Spirit is calling you to be seen. So you might have opportunities that kind of put you in situations where you're having to be seen at this time. You know, Jupiter here, with Jupiter here. But it's for a divine purpose, okay? But only when the work is rooted in the heart center and heart space is when you'll feel really called to do so, even if you might feel a little nervous at this time. But it's, like I said, it's called for a reason. You'll be called for a reason. You'll be led for a reason at this time. Face it head on, okay, at this time, because again, it's for a divine purpose, and you're going to be helping not only yourself, but you'll be helping many people at this time. So embrace the tides, okay, Libra Rising. So the mantra that I have for you is, I honor my lineage through my leadership, okay? And if you are interested in learning a little bit more about this transit in depth, Jupiter in Cancer, I do have a live webinar that I'm hosting on June 8th. We'll be talking about Jupiter and Cancer overall, just deeper into this energy. The last time we had this transit and what we were experiencing during this transit. We'll also be talking a little bit more about how an aspect, or like I like to say, the conversations that this could be particularly having with your chart. And also just overall, like a Q&A, a discussion, especially towards the end of the webinar. If you have any questions that you want to bring, anything that you want to like talk about at this time, this will be like a cool sacred space that you can have to discuss and talk about those things during this time. So if you're interested, all that information is down below. One-on-ones as well too, if you would like a book of personal reading to talk about this transit as well and how it has to do with your chart. Okay, Libra Rising? And also let me know down in the comments how you feel about the Jupiter and Cancer and what you hope this Jupiter and Cancer energy will bring to you. Okay, the blessings that it will bestow upon you. All right. Now, for Scorpio Rising, this transit is going to be happening in your 9th house, okay? This is the Sagittarius house, okay? Sagittario, okay? Long distance travel. This is the journey, right? 9th house is the great journey that you take in your lifetime, the long awaited adventure that you're going on at a distance, right? This could be a new space, new places, higher education, book publishing, travel. This has to do with philosophy, your belief system also, as well as housed in the 9th house. So you can feel that your belief system is expanding, right? Or you could be moving at this time with Jupiter and Cancer, moving places by water. This is what I like to call the spiritual pilgrimage, right? Or deeper than a spiritual pilgrimage, right? This is like a spiritual, ancestral, divine adventure, right? The pirate on the ship. Yeah, feel me, during this time, you know, learning the lessons of the things that need to be healed from your bloodline. Okay, travel, education, global ancestry could become your path. You may be called to the motherland, okay, during this time, or to study some type of matriarchal traditions at this time with Jupiter and Cancer. A lot of mother wound healing at this time with Jupiter and Cancer. Belief systems, again, did I mention that, are going to be changing at this time with Jupiter and Cancer as well here too. But you're going to be called to go on a journey. You might be leaving where you're at this time to go somewhere further. You could be taking trips. You don't necessarily have to physically move, but you could be taking trips to do some deep ancestral healing. You could be even called to retreat spaces at this time, like hosting retreats, collaborating, doing retreats, or going to spaces where you're able to go and heal also too at this time as well. Jupiter asks you to take this sacred journey physically or philosophically, all right? And understanding of your origins at this time. Where you from? Where you at? You're really digging up those spaces, especially this can also be like deep diving into like inner child healing as well with Jupiter here. It's gonna be a very tender time for you, Scorpio Rising. So I would definitely suggest, if you can, really take this time to have some space and time in spaces where you feel like you're being held and when you feel like you're being tended to and cared for in these spaces. You know what I mean? Whether that's solo or whether that's with a group of people, you need to be in spaces that nurture you and are supporting you in your healing journey at this time. The mantra that I have for you, Scorpio Rising, is I walk with the wisdom of those before me. Okay? Walking and standing tall in the wisdom of those before me. All right. Now, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Jupiter and Cancer, I am hosting a live webinar on June 8th. If you're interested, we're going to be talking about Jupiter and Cancer, just a deeper dive into the energy of Jupiter and Cancer. We're going to be talking about the previous transit of Jupiter. We're going to be talking about the previous transit of Jupiter and Cancer. We're also going to be talking about the aspects and how these different aspects are having conversations within like your own personal chart and how they can be, how you can interpret those things in your chart, and then also just a live Q&A session as well. Okay, so definitely come through. It'll be live, direct in action. You know what I'm saying? So if you're interested in coming, and also if you would like to do like a one-on-one personal reading on how this Jupiter and Cancer transit will be directly affecting you, and make sure you come through and we can do it a do. All right. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio Rising. We're going to go ahead and move on to Sagittarius Rising. Sagittarius Rising, this transit is going to be going through your 8th house. This is a Scorpio house, okay? It's going to be a lot of womb work going on in this time. Very deep-seated womb work. 8th house has to do with other people's money. It has to do with inheritances. This has to do with your psychological capacities as well, okay? The mind, the brain here. It also has to do with death, sex, rebirth, taboo, interests, right? As well here too. So these are like the deep hidden parts of yourself that you don't really want people to know about fully, but when people get close to you, or people that you get close to start to like, you know what I'm saying? It's different from 4th house energy. You know, it's deep. It gets deep, right? It's things that you've been carrying from previous lifetimes in the mind, from the childhood, things like that here. So this is deep, like I said, deep ancestral work, transmuting trauma, reclaiming power, healing intimacy wounds. This is a good time to do maybe rituals around grief. Also death, whether that's like physical deaths that you're experiencing internally, or like even like physical vessel deaths of like people around you as well here too. This is also like sexual healing, okay, when you get that feeling. All right. And then reclaiming magical gifts that have been passed down or suppressed, and suppressed, I should say, from your maternal lineages at this time. It can feel a little soul wrenching. All right. It's Jupiter does bring blessings, and it is in Cancer. I feel like it's going to be very deep, very emotional at this time. You can feel yourself like, dang, I don't know why I'm on the verge of tears. Let it out. Okay. Sagittarius rising at this time, because Jupiter in Cancer is going to be calling you to do so at this time, you know. And I would ask, like Scorpio rising, that you be in spaces with people, places, things, situations that hold that capacity for you to be able to do so, okay? So the mantra that I have for you is, I alchemize my pain into my purpose, okay? Now, if you're interested in learning more about Jupiter in Cancer, I am hosting a live webinar on June 8th, okay? We're going to be talking about Jupiter in Cancer, the past transit of Jupiter in Cancer previously. We'll also be talking about aspects in conversation with your own personal birth chart, and we'll also as well be hosting a live Q&A on that same day. So if you want to ask questions specifically about your personal chart and things like that, I'll be there to also answer that, or just hold space maybe just for the conversations that you might have during this time. Now definitely let me know down below what you're hoping and wishing for this Jupiter and Cancer transit, what blessings that you want Jupiter to bring you at this time. I would love to hear it down in the comments down below, okay? Now for Capricorn Rising, this is going to be happening in your 7th house, okay? This is the Libra house. All right. This has to do with like your intimate connections, marital partnerships, contractual agreements, physical contractual agreements, or spiritual contractual agreements, and just your overall intimate relationships that you have with other people, right? So this has to do with like sacred partnership. All right. Ancestral mirrors in love. All right, so relationships that come vessels for healing at this time. You could feel a little bit juicy at this time, Capricorn Rising. Okay, you may be attracting intimate connections, whether that's platonic connections or even romantic connections, that makes you feel seen. It might be a little triggering at first for you, Capricorn Rising, but they might make you feel seen and loved and nurtured and cared for. Allow it to do so for you. All right, you might be healing patterns from like family dynamics as well, because this energy is going to essentially be forming a square with your 4th house. There's tension in your 4th house, so there could be family dynamics that are also healing at this time too. Or you might decide to release and let go of certain family dynamics, so you can actually attract and bring in people that see you kind of like family, like your soul tribe people. All right, you could be experiencing deep collaborations that are very fertile at this time, you know, as well. You could even maybe be getting pregnant or be getting married at this time. It's up to you. Or forming some type of divine sacred counter partnership at this time, Capricorn Rising. You can also be maybe getting into or deepening projects with other people around food, ritual spaces or even emotional spaces. Like I said, getting back into spaces that with people that make you feel seen, heard, and loved at this time. That can really, really be coming up hugely. And embrace it, okay? I can't say that enough, Capricorn Rising. Like, embrace the people that want to come in, that truly feel genuine to your soul, to your mind, to your body and spirit, that really want to love on you during this time, because you need that. Like, your soul is screaming for this energy, okay? So the mantra that I have for you is, my love is a sacred agreement, okay? All right? Not just transactional, all right? But a sacred agreement between you and other people, all right? Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about this transit of Jupiter in Cancer and more in depth, I am hosting a class on June 8th, all about Jupiter in Cancer. All right, we're going to be talking about this energy more in depth, talking about its last previous transit and aspect as well of how this is having conversations personally with your own personal chart. And we also will be hosting a live Q&A session as well within that session. So if you want to come and ask questions about your own personal chart, things like that, discussion, talks, all that good stuff, this will be a live session particularly for you, okay? So we do have a divine devotional. I'm sorry. I'm moving on to the next thing. I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn Rising. All right, for Aquarius Rising, we have Aquarius in the 6th house, okay? Or Aquarius in the 6th house. We have Jupiter transiting through your 6th house, Aquarius Rising. This is going to be juicy for you, Aquarius Rising, okay? I think it's going to be very healing for you with Jupiter transiting through the 6th house. So this has to do with devotional healing through care work at this time. Okay, so your sacred work expands, especially if you are a healer, teacher, caregiver, or priestess. All the work that you have done in the past, Aquarius Rising, the things that you have given in the past, maybe even the people that you have taken care of in the past, this stuff is all coming back full circle, and it's gonna level up in a way that, just wait, okay? I don't want to spoil the surprise for you. Just know that this is all coming back full circle. All right, now, depending on your chart, you know what I'm saying, if you want a one-on-one with the kid, you know what I'm saying, you can hit that link down below just to see what it would be like personally for you. But all in all, Jupiter and Cancer in plane, this is going to be coming in as like, hey, great work. You know what I'm saying? You did it. You've done it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you could definitely see that here. Now, Jupiter is going to be blessing your rituals, your routines, your service path. You may also get into things like herbalism, cooking as a ceremony and form of spiritual work. But you just want to make sure that you're not neglecting your own self-care at this time. Like, really taking care of yourself. Taking things slow too. You know, not rushing all around, doing the most and things like that. Like, taking time to like just sit back, rest, relax, and nurture yourself at this time. So your mantra for here is going to be is, my care is revolutionary. Caring for myself is revolutionary at this time. Okay, Aquarius Rising, that's what I have for you. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, I do have a Jupiter and Cancer webinar that I will be hosting on June the 8th. Okay, that link is down below. We're going to be talking about Jupiter and Cancer more in depth. We're going to be talking about the previous transit of Jupiter and Cancer aspects and how that is personally going to be affecting your chart and conversation with your chart, and also a live Q&A session as well during this webinar as well, so you can come in and ask whatever questions that you want to ask while we're here. And yeah, if you're interested in joining, definitely also, like I said before, if you're interested in a personal reading of how this is going to be directly affecting you, you can also, in that link below, definitely book a one-on-one personal reading at this time. Okay, thank you, Aquarius Rising. Now for Pisces Rising, okay, this is going to be happening in that juicy 5th house. Okay, the Leo house, very creative house here. Okay, very potent house here. All right, so this has to do with creative rebirth. It can also be a pregnancy rebirth for some of y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to have the babies, this could be a good time. But if you ain't trying to have the kids coming out, stuff like that, this is going to be a time where you might be a little bit more fertile at this time, Pisces Rising, all right? So seeing joy as a soul alignment, you know, a lot of times there could be essential focus on getting things done and work done. But now Jupiter is in the 5th house, baby. It is asking you to play. Okay, it is asking you to experience love, romance, that inner child fierceness that you have within you, Pisces Rising, okay? All right, this is pure inner child magic, joy, energy here, okay? So you're being asked to return to the things that make you feel good, that make you feel great, that make you feel alive, okay? Alive and thriving at this time, all right? Before the world told you to shrink and be small, who were you before then, Pisces Rising? What energy were you experiencing before this particular transit, okay? So creative projects, art, love, and children, spiritually, biological, like your children or just spiritual children or whatever the case may be, might come up at this time. But they're all channels of returning back to this ancestral joy that you should be experiencing right now. So perform, play, paint, have pleasure, flirt, go on dates, you know, have a good time, spoil yourself. Really dive deeper into this energy, Pisces Rising. It's going to be so healing for you, spiritually, emotionally, physically, in all aspects of your life. It's going to be touching, you know, these different parts of your chart too, as well. You, and particularly Jupiter being you. So really embrace it. Take it by the horns, baby, and ride that thing on out, okay? If you want to know a little bit more deeper, oh, and the mantra that I have for you is, my joy is a spell of remembrance and also creativity, okay? So take this time to embrace this energy. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more and you want to do a deep dive into more, I am hosting a live webinar on June 8th. Okay, we're going to be talking a little bit more about Jupiter in Cancer in depth, the previous transit of Jupiter in Cancer at this time, or at the previous energy of this time. And then I'm going to be talking a little bit more about aspects and how this energy kind of how this energy is having conversations with your chart and how it might be affecting you, and also a live Q&A. So if you're wanting to ask questions, answers, things like that, we'll also be having that as well. That link is in the description. And if you want a personal reading specifically for yourself with this particular transit, that link is also down below in the description box, okay? So I hope that you have enjoyed this Jupiter in Cancer. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited for the Jupiter in Cancer. I think it's going to be very special for the world collectively. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think, what you're feeling, what you hope to experience during this time. And I look forward to seeing y'all in the live webinar. And hopefully I see y'all on one-on-one readings as well here too, okay? And also too, if you're willing, if you're interested in doing like the Pluto and Aquarius shadow work, I do have a guidebook down below. If you're interested in doing like deeper work while we are under the guise of the Pluto and Aquarius retrograde, so you definitely want to check that out as well. You already know what it is. It's Araneae Storm checking in, checking out, without a doubt. Deuces.